I want to own it for
I don't know, I guess I haven't thought of it. It just seems like the scale of it is smaller, but that's not necessarily better or worse. It just feels like a very intimate conversation that lasts from the beginning of the first rehearsal into the very last day of shooting. But I don't know, like I don't really think of it in terms of indie or studio, or it's really a director-driven media, so hopefully you get to work with great directors, and that's my only. If it's big, that's great. If it's small, that's great. There's challenges and advantages to both. I'm excited for what it's become. Importance and meaning on set, it doesn't really come into it, because I don't know, you can't play importance. You know, you can be emotionally connected to it, but if the story isn't connecting with its audience, then you can be as connected to as you want. If it's not having an effect, then it's not doing its job. So that was Spike's job. But I mean, not to shortchange being a part of it. I'm immensely proud to be a part of this movie, and with Spike and JD and the rest of the cast. It was, and what people pull from it is kind of beyond me. I don't sit and interpret what people will feel or what they won't.
You live your life and you kind of, you know, a little bit like a spider. You kind of go one place, and none of the big moves seem like very much, but then you look back and this whole web is being created. And that feels exciting, and it starts to make you think things are worthwhile. Juliet Naked, Blaze, First Reformed are three of my favorite movies I've ever gotten to make. And they all happened this year, and they're the result of long-standing friendships and long-standing commitments. And yeah, I'm proud to be here.
Out Best Picture tonight. I've been giving out the final award, so I'm looking forward to that. Because a lot of times, the most interesting, the most human stories are.
It's really gratifying, because all the movies that are nominated are movies that probably almost didn't get made. You know, which to me is the definition of an independent film. Hard to get made, different stories, hard to finance, and so, you know, to be in a film and represented it here is a great honor, and what they do, the IFP, to support this kind of film is incredibly important.
By yourself and you're going to paint with me is all that. Honored by Gotham. It's my hometown. Independent film is important to me. I think it brings attention to At Eternity's Gate, which is out in theaters now, a film I'm very proud of. So it's a good evening. And it's always nice to get in touch with people.
The Gotham Awards are one of the premier award ceremonies in New York. And to be able to be acknowledged at them at all is incredible. I'm receiving the Made in New York Award tonight, which normally goes to someone who's a real movement maker, like a Lee Daniels or a Spike Lee or Meryl Streep, Whoopi Goldberg. But for me, I think that RX Early Detection was such an honest, open film that they chose to honor it this year. And I think it's about social change, and I think it's about showing the good and the bad and the ugly. And that's what this film is. And it's already changed the laws in New York State, and it's saving lives. And it needs to change the laws in other states, and that's what my mission is.
Really big movies and really little movies.
There's always the feeling that everybody working on the movie is working on it for one reason, which is that they really think that there's something special about the story being told, and about the director and about the people involved, and so nobody's there for cynical reasons. and that work environment is like, you know, the kind of work environment you want to be in. And then there's also just something about the spontaneity of the process where there's so much less time waiting around, and you just get on with it, and there's often a very improvisational feel to it, and there's that feeling of being kind of rough around the edges gives you a freedom, and often like real life is able to filter in a way that sometimes it can't when there's a lot of gloss over it.
Green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes.
Es un tema muy fuerte y es triste ver como reacciones negativas de las personas ante lo que está sucediendo, pues considero que muchos hemos abandonado nuestros lugares para llegar a otro en busca de mejores posibilidades, y que nosotros mismos estemos poniendo estas barreras, pues creo que no es lo correcto.